Shalom, most welcome to Glorious Encounter. We are glad to have you, our viewer and our listener. This is Mark Kilokilo. Lovely and wonderful to have you be part of this program, Glorious Encounter. Today we'll be talking about purpose-driven life. Purpose-driven life. We have many people who are living without a purpose, and it is said that the greatest tragedy in life is not death, it is life without a purpose. And there are two important days in life: the day when you are born and the day when you realize when you are born. So what is purpose? Purpose is your life's why. It is the reason why you are born. Purpose is your raison d'etre, the reason of being. Why are you here? Why are you alive? Why were you born? What did God have in mind when He allowed you to be born in this world? Why are you in that family? Why are you working in that company? Why are you working in that office? What is your reason of being? Why do you exist? Why are you there? Purpose is your why. It is understanding the reason why you live. Life without a purpose will make you live an aimless life, just moving anywhere, right, left, center, forward and backward, without an understanding where you are going. Think a minute of a vehicle that does not know its final destination, that goes any direction, traveling from here maybe to Malaba, on the way at Ikanga or at Voi, it turns back, begins going to Taveta. Without a purpose, you'll be aimless, you'll be directionless, you'll not have direction in life. It is important to understand your life's purpose, to understand your raison d'etre, to understand your why. Because I tell you, and I repeat this, that the greatest tragedy in life is not death, it is life without purpose. So we cannot live a purpose-driven life without an understanding of your purpose. I took the pain when writing the book, The Brand Called You, Becoming a Better Version of Yourself. The first chapter in that book delves and discusses about life's purpose, and I'd like to draw lessons from the chapter 1 of that book, The Brand Called You. Now I'd like to summarize, because purpose is quite broad, it's quite deeper. I'd like to summarize and bring forth today a few issues, a few fundamental nuggets of wisdom on purpose, and be guided by the acronym purpose. Oh yes, the acronym purpose. I know out there some people already calling me Mr. Acronym, some already calling me the master of acronyms. Oh yes, I find that an easier way of helping us understand and grasp important concepts. So what does the acronym purpose have for us to understand about purpose? The acronym purpose begins with P, and P in purpose means personal programming. Purpose is that what you are programmed to do as an individual. You don't create purpose, we don't create purpose, but we realize purpose. Because purpose is God-given. It is the seeds of greatness that are embedded in each and every one of us. Nobody was born without a purpose. Each and every person that lives today, God embedded seeds of greatness in them in a particular area. In particular areas, some people could find that their purpose could be, in 2 or 3 areas, because you have some who are given 1 talent, others probably given 2, others 3 or 4. But even those who can multitask, who could find their purpose in several issues, a keener analysis will make you realize that there is one where you find a lot of joy. That is why you find your personal programming. Before becoming a clergy, a public speaker, mediator, and a counselor, and trainer, and all what I'm doing today, I tried several things. I was called to university to go and do, banking and finance. But after doing a soul searching on my personal programming, I realized that was not an area that God purposed me to do, because life is a calling. Each and every one of us is called to a particular area where they are naturally programmed to do. I was invited to go and join the army, go and work with Kenya Defense Forces. I was invited to go for the recruitment, but I rejected, because by and by I began to realize what I was programmed to do. I went to the university, I got a scholarship, and I went to the university to do education. I went to the university, but after 1 year, I declined that scholarship. I respectfully, thankfully said I cannot do this because I tried to be university doing education, but I found myself in a state of confusion. It was like the Jonah moment for me. I had to find my way where I'm naturally programmed. Personal programming will be seen in terms of your natural abilities, your natural talents. What can you do easily without being forced or being coerced? Personal programming, your talents, your natural abilities points to your purpose. I love the new education system in Kenya. They call it the competency-based education because it does not, formerly we thought that anybody has to get an A, in classroom in academics in order to be great. But the new education system is telling us that everybody can be great in their own way. I may not be very good in classroom, but they'll be a great singer, I'll be a great son, I'll be a marathoner, I'll be a great footballer, which man cannot do. Each and every one of us are seeds of greatness, and that's where we find our purpose. Your personal programming in terms of your talents and natural abilities. But P also means passion. To understand your purpose, in order to live a purpose-driven life, you need to look within your heart and understand your passion. What are you passionate about? What do you love with passion? What do you hate with passion? Some people love seeing justice being done. They hate with passion injustice. They are ready to demonstrate. The activists, they did not just find themselves there. It was their passion. It was their life purpose. After going and fighting for the noble, for justice, they find a lot of fulfillment in their heart because that is where they find their passion. Some people are so passionate with medicine. I find my passion in public speaking, in preaching. If I will not be a public speaker, a preacher and a counselor, mediator today, the other thing that I'll be doing would be a lawyer because I find a lot of passion in law, practicing law, defending people, speaking for people, your life's passion. And maybe before I die, because I'm not too old, one day God may open an opportunity for me to go and study law because that is my passion. What is your passion? What are you passionate about? That's where you find your raison d'etre. I said you don't create purpose, you discover purpose. And what are some of the pointers of discovering purpose? One is your personal programming. Secondly is your passion. But thirdly, the P also means potential. What is the potential that is in you? Potential is the power to become. You have the potential of becoming a journalist. That will be demarcated by your passion and personal programming, your natural talents and abilities. Your potential. What potential is there? Your potentiality. There is a potential in you. Work on realizing that. But purpose is about uniqueness. You, the acronym U in purpose means uniqueness. Your purpose makes you unique. In order for you to sell, you need to be unique. Don't be a photocopy of others. Don't go and help others. No, be unique because your purpose is a uniqueness. Somebody might struggle to be Mark, but you can never be Mark. Somebody might be jealous of Mark, but you can never be Mark. Somebody might try to fight Mark, to cut Mark down to size, but you can never be Mark. Find your uniqueness, work on developing your uniqueness, your unique area, your special area of gifting, because your purpose is your area of uniqueness. And something that is unique self. Nobody is like you. Be original, understand your uniqueness. Work on developing a uniqueness. But the uniqueness, you also means understanding. You need to develop understanding, self-awareness, understand yourself, understand your uniqueness, and seek understanding in terms of knowledge in developing your uniqueness. After realizing that I have a heart for people, I am a people's passion, that ministering, public speaking, counseling, mediation is one of the areas, where I find a lot of fulfillment in. I've done short courses, online, in YouTube. I've gone to college to study in this area so that I can gain more understanding and develop myself in this area. If you find a lot of fulfillment and your passion is in medicine, seek knowledge and understanding. Develop yourself. You have a lot of uniqueness is in art. That's why you find your personal programming. Seek understanding, seek knowledge, study, read books, research, so that you can gain understanding on your unique area. Purpose is about R. R in purpose. Purpose. R means relevance. We find our relevance when we realize our life's purpose. Without realizing your life's purpose, you become irrelevant. I might try to be a policeman, but was that God's original purpose for me? I'll be irrelevant, because you will struggle in that area. You will not find peace in that area. You will not find fulfillment in that area. You will not do your best. You will not be ready to go an extra mile because you are being pushed around. You have many people who go to work today, and out of the 10 hours or 8 hours, they only work 2 hours. The other hours, they are just bored around, wondering when the day will be out. It's because you are not finding fulfillment in that area. You are irrelevant. You are not relevant in that area. What is your area of relevance? That is your life's purpose. Relevance. But R also means a responsibility. What responsibilities do you easily take? What responsibilities that you easily perform without being pushed around, without much struggle? That is a pointer to your life purpose. Some people will easily volunteer themselves, to do muscle work. Some have not even gone to college to study a particular area. We have seen in the television, a person has never gone to university trying to model and make, an aeroplane. That will tell you that this one has a life purpose of being an engineer. We need to help them get understanding so that they can develop themselves. And by developing your unique area, your personal programming, you'll be able to live a purpose-driven life where you'll be relevant and you take up responsibility in your area and be productive. But purpose-driven is about P. The acronym, the acronym purpose, P means personality and people. Your life purpose is also demarcated by your personality. Are you a choleric? Are you a sanguine? Are you phlegmatic or a melancholic? Are you an introvert or an extrovert? That also points to a life purpose. God cannot wire you to be a journalist when you are too shy with interact with people, you are shy with the media. By understanding your personality, what you are naturally wired to do, what is inborn, what is in you naturally, your personality points to your life's purpose. But also, we said P also means people. What do people say about you? I remember when I was a young boy in primary school, some of my teachers and some of my friends used to call me pastor, others called me apostle, others called me bishop. And all these names, what people are saying about me, were also helping me to realize my life's purpose. So what are people saying about you? Probably whenever you do a sermon in church, everybody celebrates you and tells you, wow, Ben, that was powerful. People are God's vessel that God can use to help you realize your life purpose. But also people will be used by God to nurture your life purpose. But also, as we speak about people, which kind of people inspires you most? Who are your mentors? Some people find a lot of inspiration. You'll be influenced, you are influencer, you'll be so and so. The people who inspire you a lot are probably the kind of people that you are wired to be, because birds of the same feather flock together. Personally, I used to get a lot of inspiration from preachers. Whenever I saw a person preaching the television, preaching in church, I would greatly be inspired by them. I would greatly desire to be like them, because people who inspire you is a pointer to your life purpose. The people that you easily move along with, they help you realize your life's purpose. But we are all in the acronym purpose, which means opportunity. Which opportunities do you easily take? But also your life's purpose will help you grab opportunities around. When you realize your life purpose, you will not see challenges in opportunities. You begin to see opportunities in challenges. Whenever there is a challenge, you see an opportunity therein. But when there are challenges in a particular field, and you just see the challenges, it means that is not your life purposes. But when that is your area of gifting, that's your area of calling, that is your life's purpose, I tell you, even when there are challenges, you see opportunities. Look, we have some people, I know some people who life purpose is to serve with the forces, and to them, some of them are being sent to Somalia for the peacekeeping mission, fighting Al-Shabaab or whatever, and to them, they are so happy about that opportunity. To them, it was an opportunity for them to go and show their strength, their prowess, their power to fight. I tell them, don't you fear death? They say, no, even if I die, I'll die. I'll be so happy to die defending my nation. Because to them, that's an opportunity to showcase what is in them. What opportunities do you easily take? That points to your life's purpose. But what rules do you easily obey? Or also means obedience, opportunity and obedience. In order for you to realize your life's purpose, you need to be obedient. Understand the rules understand the regulations, understand what it takes for you to be the best version of yourself in your area of calling, and submit, obey, and flow by those rules, and you go far. S, the acronym, S in acronym purpose. S means strategic plan. In order to realize your life purpose, you need to have a personal strategic plan. Strategic plan, we have heard of strategic plans, strategic plan for various institutions, the Kenya strategic plan 2030, Vision 2030, the strategic plan, for the Kenya, for churches, for schools and other institutions, but you also need to develop your personal strategic plan. I, Mark, have my personal strategic plan. My dream and my desire is to be somewhere. By the time I'm 50 years, I desire to be a PhD holder in the area of my calling. I desire one day to be a mentor, to be a lecturer, to be there in universities, mentoring and nurturing others. I desire to grow in the ministry. I have a personal strategic plan. Not only limited to ministry, but even to my family, to my children. Personal strategic plan is very important. And in order to do a personal strategic plan, S also means SWOT analysis. You need to do a personal SWOT analysis. Understand your strengths. Understand your weaknesses or areas of growth. Understand opportunities. You have spoken about opportunities and threats. What are some of the things which are a threat, which may hinder you from realizing your purpose in life? Work on eliminating those threats. Joseph knew one, that sin will make him not realize his life purpose. And that's why in Genesis chapter 39, when Potiphar's wife came to him, he ran away. Why? Because he knew that sin, compromise, evil, hatred, jealousy is a threat to you becoming the best version of yourself. Drug and substance abuse, you may have a great potential, but if you get into drug and substance abuse and other things that do not align to your personal strategic plan, those are threats. You need to eliminate them because they can injure, they can puncture your life's purpose. Do a SWOT analysis. Understand your strengths, understand your weaknesses, and work on growing your weaknesses by seeking knowledge and understanding. Understand the opportunities which are around there and grab them. This is very important for you to do a personal SWOT analysis. Or how you are going to realize the potential, how you are going to realize, your unique, and how you are going to realize, the seeds of greatness that are in you, opportunities. I realized that ministering in the four walls of the church was limiting me, and I saw an opportunity to move out and reach many through the media. That's why you are following me through YouTube. Glory Generation, thank you for the people who spoke to me about this, Ben being one of them, Lisa and others, and here we are reaching out to you because this is an opportunity to reach out to men. I saw an opportunity through writing ministry. I've written books. In my personal strategic plan is to do a book every year, because I desire to die empty. It's not my desire to die with the seeds, with that which God has put in me for the world and for the others. We need to do a personal strategic plan in order to guide you, to push you, to help you understand yourself, and to help you move forward. But S also means sacrifice. In order to live a purpose-driven life, you need to be ready to sacrifice. Sacrifice to read. Sacrifice, some friends. Sacrifice people do not add value to you. Sacrifice time wasters, procrastination. There are things that you need to sacrifice. You need to do away, but you also need to sacrifice yourself. You need to be so committed in realizing your life's purpose. But it also means self-control. You need to self-control yourself, how you manage your time in order to realize, in order to live a purpose-driven life. And finally, E in purpose, acronym purpose, E means experiences. Your experiences are a pointer to your life's purpose. God does not waste any experience. In fact, the greatest lessons in life we learn from the worst and the most difficult experiences we go through. Ask me, Mark, I've gone through bitter experiences in my life. I've gone through difficult experiences, painful experiences in life and even in ministry. But it has always been my decision that I'll never allow those experiences to make me live a bitter life. I take those experiences as a learning moment for me to gather the most to learn so that I can come better. Don't allow your experiences make you bitter. Let your experiences shape you and make you better. What experiences has God taken you through? Those experiences are a pointer to God's preparation for you in life. When Moses was in the wilderness, he never knew that God was giving him an experience because he needed that experience of difficult wilderness life, because God was preparing to lead the Israelites through that wilderness to the promised land. So when he was leading them through the wilderness, he did not fear the wild animals and anything because he had an experience there. David was a shepherd. Through that experience, God was preparing to become a shepherd of people as a king. The experiences that you go through, even when they're so bitter and so difficult, take them as a learning lesson. But also purpose is about empowerment. Seek to empower yourself. Yes, God's purpose for you is to become a doctor. But you need empowerment. You need to go to school. You need training. You need education. You need empowerment. In order for that purpose, in order for that personal programming to be realized, in order for that potential to come out, seek empowerment. Read, go to college, add papers, attend short courses. We have a lot of many free courses online, free of charge in your area or calling. You find a niche in HR. I tell you, there are short courses, free courses online that you can go and study, not just for papers, but for personal empowerment. You go to Allison online platform, you find a lot of short courses that I do, HR, many other things that will help you become live a purpose-driven life. But also P means excellency. Work with excellency. Whatever responsibility is given to you, let excellency be your motto. Do your best, the best that you can. Be your best. Don't allow people, your boss, to push you around. Seek excellency in all what you do. But also it means evaluation. You need to evaluate yourself so that you can improve. You need to evaluate your day. You need to evaluate your week. You need to evaluate your month. Even after listening and watching this talk on purpose-driven life, we are ready to be evaluated by you. Go in the comment section in Gloria Generation Forum. Give your comment. Tell us where you like us to improve, where you like us, to better, where you like us to speak about next. Because evaluation helps us to be better version of ourselves. Evaluation is an important ingredient in living a purpose-driven life. Friend, I pray and I inspire us to live a purpose-driven life. Understand the acronym purpose and follow them jealously. Be focused and let's meet as any. Be the best of your best. God bless you.